I'm Shane Balkham, Client Investment Director at US Asset Management, and welcome to my 2-minute missive. There's a general sense of increasing risk in the short term, and that's created an environment of push me, pull me. What do I mean by that? So on the one hand, we had a better than expected US jobs report, which reduced the urgency for rate hikes in the US. Then on the flip side, we have President Trump coming out asking for an easing of policy rate cuts, which puts added pressure on the new Fed chair, Kevin Walsh. Then we had a new missile exchanges between Iran and Israel that, although pushed oil prices up, didn't reach the peaks we had of a couple of months ago. And the market reaction was fairly subdued. I think investors skeptical of this current ceasefire. Probably what was more important for them was the US inflation report, which saw inflation rise from 3.8% to the end of April to 4.2% to the end of May. And this increase in inflation showing that the energy price rises being pushed through to the consumers quite quickly. Now that adds pressure on possibly the need for rate hikes. Now, if we have a resolution between Iran and Israel/US, that'll reduce the pressure on inflation and the need for hiking, and maybe bring back cuts to the table before the end of the year. Now, one central bank that's already blinked is the European Central Bank, the ECB. They raised rates yesterday by 0.25% to 2.25%, citing the pressure from the energy shock. Now, whether this ends up being a policy mistake, only time will tell. I believe they probably acted too quickly, which could have been a reaction from acting too late back in 2022. More importantly for us, we've got both the Federal Reserve and the Bank of England meeting next week, and where I'd expect rates to remain on hold, I would like to see the rhetoric accompanying that announcement to be things around patience and let's wait and see. Now, what we have in the short term is the push me is pushing emotions, whereas you want the pull to be towards achieving those long-term goals. So my recommendation here is to stay invested and manage those emotions. These views are my own, and before you make any investment decisions, please speak to your financial planner. Thank you.